Hi, this is Holly Kenny. You are watching ilovelimerick.com. Today we are outside the University Hospital Limerick for the official launch of the symptomatic breast unit.
I think the first thing that strikes you when you walk into the new unit is the spaciousness. It's very bright, it's very airy, and there's a very personal touch to it also, which is the floral decoration, slightly calmed environment. And I think it's much more welcoming than the previous space that we had for our breast care. So I think the first thing I would say is that the environment is just so much better. I think in relation to the clinical care, the key piece is that we have much more space. We have more clinic space, we have more radiology space, and we're now together, which means that for patients, they don't need to walk all over the hospital to have their mammogram and ultrasound done. They have it done beside our clinic room, and that turnaround time is much shorter for patients. With the housing of both radiology, breast radiology and the clinical unit together, we will have more capacity for patients, and that in turn will lead to less patients on waiting lists to be seen and probably faster and more efficient clinics. But there's one other area that I think needs to be mentioned, and that is the location of all our breast staff. Previously a scattered team together with our patient population in the same structure has provided, I believe, a much better team structure for much better communication and much more efficient work, which in turn enhances patient care. So I think there's a very significant knock-on benefit from that.
Well, it's the fact that everything is under the one roof. In the old building or old unit, whichever you like to call it, you actually had to travel all over the hospital. You were seen first of all by a consultant in the breast unit. You then had to go for a mammogram. It was quite a trek, particularly if you were an older person. And then you had to go for an ultrasound further on and your biopsy. And then you had to trek all the way back, not knowing what was facing you. It was a long walk.
To me personally and to the trust, it means so much, because it means that the patients that go through this building here get a service, they're in a facility that's world class, and hopefully their patient care will be exemplified by that.
It's such a big day for us here in the region, and for the women, especially of the Midwest, who previously had to go to a porta-cabin to be diagnosed, to either get good or bad news. So this unit is state-of-the-art, one of the best in Europe, where they can come and have their care and treatment done at probably the worst time in their life. And it'll also be supportive to families and husbands and children, and to us, it's just an emotional day. We think it's something huge that's going to be offered to the Midwest, and we hope that it'll grow and grow into other buildings so that we can make it a real state-of-the-art facility here. So the Leben Trust is part of the JP McManus Pro-Am Development Trust, and they bring a lot of money into the region and fund various projects, and they have a steering committee here. And they were instrumental in building this whole Leben Building, the whole 5 floors, and the breast unit is part of it. So they put millions of euro into this building, and without them we couldn't have done it.
This is Holly Kenny. You've been watching ilovelimerick.com, and we will see you again very soon.